Warning, what you're about to see may contain spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled, I advise you leave, go watch or read, come back, finish the video, comment, and enjoy. Peace.
Hey, what it do, man? If you already didn't know me, it's your big homie, Tesmo Gizmo, and we are back covering Chapter 10 of Eden Zero, entitled, We're Friends, Aren't We? So we get back into the chapter and we see Seebier and Shiki still in their mid-air fight, where Shiki landed that last punch to his face and sends Seebier flying down to the ground. Now we see Wise, Happy, and Pino looking up, and Seebier actually recovers using that big hand of his, and then he kind of just rockets himself back into the air. And Happy's like, he used his arm to fly, and Wise is like, that's augmented gear, or an augmented arm. He's like, the one that I made. And Happy has this weird little face like, and Seebier's like, you little brat, I'll show you what happens to people in this town when they defy me. He actually connects that fist to Shiki's face, and Happy's like, Shiki, and Shiki's replying back, he's like, you need to treat them right. Machines are living things too. And Pino sitting there with tears in her eyes, she's like, they have hearts. And Shiki fires off a magic mech attack gravity cannon, which oddly enough looks like a big bang attack, and I ain't mad at it because it's smooth, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of gets heavier, and that's basically what Seebier's saying too, like, what is this? It's getting heavy as it starts growing in mass, and then finally erupts, leaving him sitting there lifeless with his pupils gone and smoking. And then we see the little bird inside of the cockpit of the giant robot, just like he's like, oh no, we not having this, to trip, just gets down and he activates the button, and it grabs Shiki, and then like, what's this? Like, this thing is really strong, and he's like, just laughing. And Happy's like, it's gonna self-destruct. Shiki's sitting there trying to actually struggle and break free, and Wise is like, get away, but Shiki. And then we see Pino running in. She done kicked into gear, with her little screw leg. She's like, no, we ain't having this. She jumps in the way and activates her EMP basically and shuts down the electronics. So the robot shuts down, Happy shuts down again, and then the little bird's like, like, just come on, man. And Shiki's just falling out of the air. Seebier's like, scrap metal, you little? And Pino's like, I'm a living thing. I am not your toy. And he's sitting there with like this hard, stern face, kind of just grinding his teeth. Look, he got to use the restroom, honestly. And then Wise comes from behind with the Glock. It's like, you heard the droid. He's like, what? He's just sitting there standing over him with the pistol like, yeah, it's time. He's like, wait, no. That Shiki finally drops to the ground. He says, lucky you. Thanks to that EMP, my gun's useless now. And then he breaks the arm that he created for Seebier, which I'm surprised that it was actually broken so easily. I thought it was honestly something like Full Metal Alchemist type gear. I thought that's what I assumed it was, something like that. And then, Happy wakes up again. He's like, I stopped working again. And Pino's like, I'm sorry, Mr. Cat. And Shiki yells over, he's like, you're okay, Pino? And then she kind of just toddles and waddles over like, yo, Pino is the cutest little creature to be ever introduced in anything, I believe, in my personal opinion, to a manga. Happy's that guy too, but Pino's a good close, like, it'd be Pino, Plu, Happy, and maybe some other ones that I'm missing, but that's besides the point. And she's like, Mr. Shiki, you're hurt. He's like, it'll be fine. I just need to have Happy lick it for me later. And Happy's like, what? But? It's like, not a chance. But anyway, are you okay? He didn't hurt you, did he? He's like, you're worried more about a machine than yourself. He's like, it's not about being a machine or whatever. We're friends, aren't we? And Pino looking up, she's like, yes, we are. So we get back to Rebecca, who's, I believe, still in the hideout. She said, apparently Seebier and his gang were planning to steal the town's whole supply of military robots, and we're going to use Pino to do it. And Pino was like, I thought it would be helping all the droids he kept bullying, but then he might have misused those military robots too. It's okay now, the police have arrested them all. So the police have gone ahead and arrested the Seebier family, gotten the bad boys up off the streets. But now Wise is like, and here I thought the police in this town were useless. And Rebecca replies, I guess even they can't just let the bad guys get away with something this big. And Happy's like, yo, hey Pino, you come from the same time as us, right? So what are you doing in this era? She's like, I don't know, my memories were deleted. I can't remember anything. If I could see my master, then I might. And Rebecca's like, yeah, about that. I think I have an idea about your master. And she's like, what? She said, the maintenance report in your case was signed by a man who performed it. It was Professor Wise. He's like, what? To be more accurate, Rebecca states, the Professor Wise from our time, 50 years from now. So Happy states, so if we can get back to our time, and then Pino's memories might come back. And Pino's looking up at Wise like, master? She's like, I'm not your master. Anyways, we have to find a way to get home. And then Wise is like, but before you go, could you tell me who wins in every sport upset for the next 50 years? Shiki's like, I don't think Crooks liked sports so much. And Rebecca's like, he likes gambling. And Pino's like, please take me with you. Take me back to my time. And Happy, chimes in. It's like, of course. And Rebecca's like, we wanted to go see Professor Wise anyway. And the 50-year-old Wise in the past is just sitting there holding his chin like, me in 50 years, huh? And then outside we see the sirens in the police car, like basically whirling and coming through. It's like the police, it's like they're coming this way. And she's like, yo, there they are, arrest them. Rebecca's like, why? And she's like, wow, the cops are unusually dedicated today. She's like, I'm sure it'll be fine. We didn't do anything wrong. And then here comes Pino with the fact check. But you don't possess citizens' IDs, so I can predict an unfavorable outcome. And then she's like, oh, never mind. We're getting out of here. Come on, guys. And then Wise is like, hey, catch you later, time travelers. And then the police guy's like, that's Wise. He's in the Seabeer gang. Get him. It's like, what? It's like smudging blazes. Why are they after me? Like he's just blasting off again like Team Rocket. And then so we see the gang back up top on the planet inside the Aqua Wing of the Aqua Jet. Sorry. She said, we should be safe here. She's like, Shiki's basically saying I should have never changed my job to thief. So and like Happy's like, you're still claiming that thing? And Pino's like, so this is your ship. Rebecca's like, things are pretty crazy around here for now. We're going back to Blue Garden. Someone in the guild might know how to send us back to our time. So they're assuming that because they're 50 years in the past, if they head to Blue Garden, which had just, from what we found out later or earlier, had been created, they think somebody will help them get back to their time. So they actually, the Aquajet's taking off into the air, they're trying to leave, and then the alerts start going off. It's like, this can't be, like what's going on? The police are actually following them. So they're actually getting chased, trying to leave the planet's atmosphere. So they're getting shots fired upon them and they're trying to shake them. And then Rebecca's like, don't worry about it. Their 50-year-old ships can't keep up with us if we can just get in outer space. But she's giving it all she's got as they're trying to break through the atmosphere, but the ship's not actually going. And then Rebecca's like, I don't know, it feels like something's pushing us back, like what's going on? And the sirens and the police are actually getting closer, like they're catching up. And then on the the display, she's like, unknown energy field, can't analyze. And Shiki's like, full throttle. She's like, already doing it. And then somebody comes out the back like, wow, you told me your ship was from 50 years in the future, so I thought it'd be something worth seeing, but this is a pile of junk. And then we find out that it's Wise. He's like, I hope you didn't pay much for this. And then, Shiki's like, Professor Wise? She's like, that snack box. She's like, you've been in my room. Rebecca's more upset about the damn snacks than anything else. And then Happy's like, what are you doing in our ship? He's like, I needed to escape, duh. Like, so you're gonna steal it? And he's like, let me have your ship and I'll get it into outer space. So not sure what Wise has planned, but he might be able to do something. He might be able to make some magic happen. But that's for later. We'll find out in chapter 11. Peace.